discussing things which are relevant to the.
You can just say it because we're going to be discussing it anyway. So, legalizing cannabis is what we're discussing.
I was sort of building up to the
Or the gig.
the gig.
Oh, the gig. I thought you were going to talk about legalizing, but
yeah,
that's
I
fine.
think I want to make it a part of that though, and I want to make it inclusive for everyone. People who smoke, people who don't smoke, people who use edibles, people who do it for pain. I want to make
people
it
who don't drink, people who don't smoke,
yeah, people who don't.
people who are just sober.
Anybody who wants to come.
Chill, call it a chill night rather than a pro legalization night. Chill
Well,
night, because like
it's gonna be there's gonna be one of many tags. You know
Right,
what I mean?
okay.
It's gonna be.
we don't be too
as,
broad.
as many tags as you want. Well, no, it's not gonna
Yeah.
be. It's not. It's not gonna be.
No ecstasy.
No.
Someone girding in
Do
the
you
front
know?
row.
Oh, ecstasy.
MDMA.
That actually goes on to
Pro heroin night. Let's do a pro heroin night. Okay.
That would be
Pro skag.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Everyone just. if is it like when women menstruate at the same time? Do like heroin addicts sync up their shooting up?
I imagine they do. You know,
Do you reckon?
because because they'll get it at the same time, won't they? Because you have like a group of 4 smackheads, and they'll be like, hey, let's get a bag.
You seem to be very
Together.
knowledgeable.
I've read
about
loads of
this.
books about it.
Have you read loads of books? What kind of books have you read about it?
What's it called? Good Cop, Bad War, or something like that,
Okay.
which is about the heroin,
Epidemic.
the war on heroin. Yeah.
Where was that based?
He was everywhere. He was like an undercover cop that went around like busting heroin rings. And then every time he busted one, they got like the other ones would just like figure out what happened, and then they just get stronger.
Is that in London or is that in Liverpool?
He went everywhere.
He went
he
everywhere
did
in
it.
the UK or just in the world?
No, in the UK. He went all around the UK. He was an
Wow.
undercover cop. So once his assignment was finished, and they knew he was the grass,
Yeah.
he'd have to move towns. So he'd go to a different
crazy.
town, and he ended up in Brighton, where he found out what they were doing to stop people from. Because what they were doing is they were making people put the heroin in their mouth, so that the dealer's DNA wasn't on it anymore. So you had to pass it between your mouth,
Ooh.
which is horrible. Because
Yeah.
imagine getting like,
Yeah,
and
they
you had
haven't-
to do it.
They don't have the best dental hygiene.
They certainly don't.
I think that's the worst thing about what they do to themselves is their dental hygiene.
Well,
You
it
know,
gets
if they had
worse.
clean teeth.
Because the way they were getting the grasses, they used to get the grasses by killing them. Like anyone that led the cops to the dealers would
Right.
just kill the heroin dealers. And then they found out, well, hold on a minute, they can get evidence off them. So what they were doing is they were finding out who did it, and then they would lace the heroin with something. So it
Gosh.
looked like an overdose.
And,
So just
and
making
on
it
that
worse.
and on that note,
On that positive note.
it shows why we're not doing a pro legalization
Pro
of
smack
heroin. We're
Well, no,
just-
because that would stop that happening.
it
Because people could get it medically, couldn't they?
it would.
Like any other drug, Tom.
Yeah. Well, it's big pharma in it.
Yeah,
There's-
I'm pro legalization. Anything.
Yeah.
End the war on drugs.